Good evening. It's 1 minute past 8. It is the 14th of December. It's Sunday night. It's DPMF Live, back with another fat one. This is episode 99, all on our YouTube channel, which are stonking. I suggest, if you want to know a bit more about DPMF Live and what we do, go to our YouTube channel, have a listen. There's some great content. And you can even listen to Wesley rapping and me getting things badly wrong. So go check it out. It's awesome. Tonight, the crew, as ever, the lovely Live Free, Wicked Wes, Magic Mike, and Dangerous Dan. Tonight's episode is all about TrekOutdoor Company. It'd be very interesting to see what they're doing. But without further ado, and I know the audience is desperate to hear this, Dan, break down the markets for us.
So the markets, they're pretty red. I don't know if anyone's monitoring. On CoinMarketCap, they've got an additional index on the indice on all the assets. So above Bitcoin now, they have the CoinMarketCap 20 index DTF. Which has quite a small market cap, actually, of 6 million. Anyway, just the point, if anyone looks on CoinMarketCap, there is an additional index at the top. So ranked at number 1, Bitcoin is down to 88,721, down 2%, or 2.9% on the 7-day. Ranked at number 2 is Ethereum, which is sitting at $3,091. So it's just above the $3,000 mark. That's down 1.8% on the 7-day. Tether is ranked at number 3. BNB has come up and ranked at number 4 at $883, down 2.25% on the 7-day. Ranked at number 5 is our XRP, sitting at $1.98. So it has broken back down below the $2 threshold, down 4.7% on the 7-day. USDC is sitting at ranked at number 6. Ranked at number 7 is Solana at $130, down 4% in the 7-day, which did recently announce that they're going to allow wrapping of XRP onto Solana. Ranked at number 8 is Tron. Now, I think Tron have come up a bit, if I remember. Is that right? Do you remember, Palace? I think they're usually a bit lower.
Tron was 10, I think.
I think it was, yeah. So that's...
Yeah.
I think it was. So Tron's sitting at 27 cents, which is down 3.6% on the 7-day. Ranked at number 9 is Dogecoin, sitting at 13 cents, which is down 5.5% on the 7-day. Ranked at number 10 is ADA Cardano, sitting at 39 cents, down 7.69% on the 7-day. Across the board, from the hour to the 24-hour to the 7-day, everything is red, other than Tron on the 24-hour period is up 1%. So it's pretty red across the board. I'm seeing a lot of red lines.
Yeah, not good, is it? Not good at all. I've seen my portfolio and it's not it's not looking good, is it?
I don't have too many. I sold nearly all my mainnet assets a few months ago. I've not got the portfolio pain.
If you like what you hear, please share the space. Please share this space with our community. We love it. We love people getting involved. Right, well, look, I'm going to go, in the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about deeper themes, how Japan was going to do the selling of the shares, and how Trump was being forced to do bits and pieces by the banks, etc. Well, this one is a bit dark as well. So the EU and the UK are threatening to sell, according to the World of X. Now, obviously, take that with a pinch of salt. You might laugh at me, but whatever. I'm just giving you some information. You choose what you want to do with it. So, according to X, the EU and the UK are threatening to sell 2.3 trillion of US assets as punishment if Trump finalises a Ukraine peace deal without any approval from the UK. How sick is that? Have you heard that one? Have you heard that nugget?
Who would that punish exactly?
Well, it would punish the world, wouldn't it? For a start, it'll crash everything.
It sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit. They can try and they can, shall we say, threaten. But what's going to happen come winter, if they have issues, economic issues, the Europeans, they said supposedly stopped buying oil from Russia again. And ended up buying through a third party that same Russian oil for more expensive, for a little bit more expensive. It's just a bunch of BS, man. It's just an agenda.
Absolutely. They're just posturing, aren't they? Just posturing. Anyway, my next nugget, right? Huge news for Ripple as they received conditional approval from the help me out, Live Free. This might be a bit of a balls up, but USOCC, the charter to Ripple National. So now they got a license to be able to work with banks, federal banks. Is that right? Live Free?
I don't know how complete that is. If it still needs some finalization. Unfortunately, I do not know that answer for you, Palace.
Okay, so the chairman, this is my second nugget, right? The chairman of the Exchange Securities and Exchange Commission has said live on Fox that the Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill is about to be passed. It's not a drill and it's happening. It's got a green light. So banks and funds can finally scale into crypto. So it does look like there is going to be a tide that turns, doesn't it?
Well, it's kind of like the diamond from Chase Bank. How he came out and assaulting crypto just a few months back or a year back, saying Bitcoin was fraudulent coin, and all of a sudden, they're in deep with the crypto. So they were gathering money. They were gathering crypto at cheaply.
Well, the way it works is they tell you that it's crap, and then they buy it, and then they tell you it's good, and they sell it, and that's exactly what's happening on the market right now.
That's right.
If you don't understand that, that's exactly what's happening.
Now, my last nugget of the night, and this is the last one. Again, I don't know if it's true. It's probably a lot of hot air. But the geezer who runs Flare, what's his name? Oh,
Hugo Fillion.
That's the one, right? He's said, or he's hinted, that there is about to be 20 billion of XRP that's going to be put into the Flare network, do it via F assets or whatever you call it. So, I mean, it might be rubbish, but that's pretty big, isn't it? What's that going to do for prices? I wonder.
I'm wondering if it's got something to do with, you mentioned the Clarity Act, I think 2 shows ago, how I did research into it. Ripple does have to get rid of a whole bunch of their assets from their escrow in order to be able to be in line with the Clarity Act. And I'm wondering if maybe they're doing some sort of backroom deal with Flare.
Like it's aligned. It does sound like it's aligned, yeah, because it was the number was about 20 billion, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They need to get rid of.
So it looks like everybody down there that the nuggets are coming true. All my nuggets are actually golden nuggets.
I don't know if anyone's in Shiba Inu, but it's been reported that chain or anyone involved in it has been receiving the most malicious scam attacks, if you like, for people attached. I don't know if anyone's in it, but just as a warning. And there was a fraud case in Dubai
Check.
Do you know about this? The Russian crypto fraudster and his wife that were kidnapped and murdered in the UAE.
Yeah, I heard about that.
After flaunting their wealth.
Do you know what? That's never going to happen to Wes, is it?
Wesley is safe.
Das wird Tanya.
Wasn't there like scams going on with that or something? Wasn't they sort of, because I don't think that.
Oh yeah, so they basically So I think they've done multiple scams and took a lot of money. I think it might have been like 10 million.
Well, you know what? Maybe they just pissed off the wrong people.
Well, yeah, someone in the community obviously tracked them down and had them off. So that was then done. You know.
But isn't this something a point? Isn't this a point to note that blockchain does not guarantee anonymity? In fact, it absolutely exposes you to the highest degree.
Andrew Tate spoke about this recently. He said, "Do you know the biggest problem with blockchain is that it's too public for everyone." And he said, with what's coming with the AI generation, AI will be able to scan all ledgers and catch anyone who's tax fraud. So he's on about, we need more privacy. And do you know what? He's right. I think that's one of the reasons why the banks never came on board with the XRPL from years ago, like 2018. But the issue is, it's actually too transparent. We need to find a middle ground with it, really.
Especially with AI, like you say, it'd be so easy to dox somebody if they just ran the ledger, ran the numbers on the ledger, ran those that were linked to profiles. So easy.
You don't need AI to track stuff on the ledger. You actually don't. AI helps, but you can just do it yourself. It's just as quick.
There was one. I don't know if it's a nugget or not, or if it's BS. But it was something about. I saw a few posts about Ripple. There being a Ripple bank.
Yes, right. It's over a year ago. I think they got their license. I can't remember who it was with. But I know they were talking about them going down that road.
We have got Trek Outdoors. Laurie, without further ado, have you got any nuggets for us? Any interesting nuggets?
Yeah. Well, okay. So first of all, before we get the nuggets of Trek, I do what you guys are talking about, putting your personal crypto stuff, how much you have. So I'm from Minnesota in the United States, the state, and we recently had a crypto millionaire get robbed by two Texans that came up all the way up to Minnesota, robbed their family, ended up tying up the family, got their crypto, and they said, "Hey, we know you have more crypto." So the other crypto was at their cabin, so they ended up tying up the family, getting the crypto there. So be careful what you put online. Thank you. So I am the co-owner of Trek Outdoor Company with our Moosey NFTs, and I have my sister's co-owner, and actually we just brought on Oak as a partner who actually created the collection on Blender, and I did see him in here, so if he does come back in, I'll have him up. And then, I see Spec and G in that. If Spec wants to come up, he's a community member, so if he wants to talk a little bit about his experience in Trek, he can. G's down there. RJ Kell. I see a lot of people down there from Trek. Uber Slam, Gork, Reichel, Redhead. Thank you all. Blues, Redline, all you guys. Thanks for coming in. So happy to come in and talk.
You got a little posse with you tonight. That's good.
I
like it.
I got a great community. So
just in a nutshell, just explain what you're trying to achieve with Trek Outdoors. Obviously, the name speaks a bit for itself, but what are you trying to do?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. We're trying to merge. We're merging, not trying. We're merging like real outdoor culture, with like the new frontier of digital identity. So our brand is kind of built on the message is find the adventure in you, whatever that adventure is in you, right? We focus on quality. So our products, aren't, you know, uh, we order quality for outdoor. So whether it's called like embroidery products, print, we're not just merch though. I mean, that's our focus. One of our focuses on the merch brand. And Moosey, that's our NFT. It's a lifestyle, for us. Our Moosey NFT is like a badge for the community, a way to, for love of growth and community and adventure. Moosey's our centerpiece for the ecosystem, and so we're trying to expand our product line and, implement that, Web3 through the NFTs. So we're having a fun time. We're building a community. We're not built on hype. We're built on quality. So that's something that you're going to see a little bit different. We do love to hype stuff up every once in a while, but we're here for the long run. So.
Like it.
Yeah.
So, is this your project, or have you got like people around you? Obviously, you've said
Yes.
a lot of names already, but are they actually involved in the management of the project?
So we are licensed. Our business is licensed. TrekOutdoor Company, LLC, and my sister and I are under it. And then we just recently brought on Oak as a partner. So he's going to be focused on more of the art and kind of what we're planning on doing on the Moosey side of things, with render gamify products, physicals, and like, if that's, fashion we're planning on getting into, and collectibles, and that's all coming. So he's going to help us with that side. So we're excited about that.
And what's your and your sister's background? I mean, so for instance, how did you get into crypto? What was that?
Yeah, absolutely. So crypto, I got into about 2019. I think it was around actually a little bit earlier than that, but COVID really pushed me into like really doing a lot of like research into crypto. I got into the XRPL, just by learning about it through like actually TikTok is the first place I heard about XRP. And then I got into the ecosystem, and then I got into projects, and I minted a lot of projects, invested in the communities. I've been here probably for about 4 or 5 years on the XRPL. So, I know the ecosystem pretty well. I know I built a pretty good network. I know the solid, hardworking projects that have been here for a while. So our main focus is on the XRPL. This is where we wanted to build. And, where it comes from is we're from Minnesota. And our outdoor life is everything. And we've always wanted to do an outdoor clothing brand. But over COVID and learning about the projects that have been here for a while, we're like, this is a great opportunity because I think this is where, a lot of brands are going towards, is implementing the Web3 side, so let's implement the Web3 side with NFTs and our clothing brand in our whole ecosystem. So this was a great opportunity. I learned so much from, the people prior. So I'm taking that knowledge when building from here, because we know eventually this is where it's going to flow. Liquidity is going to flow here. We're just going to be ready when it's going to explode. So we decided to build on the XRPL.
I like the way you're interlocking setting up a company straight onto blockchain.
Yeah.
Because not many companies do. You either got a really good company, but they're not on blockchain, or you've got a really good blockchain project that's just not really in touch with a lot of the community or a lot of the world outside. It hasn't really actually got a feasible purpose for it, which I think that's the biggest trip up, really. So I like the way you're interlocking the two. So that's good.
Yeah.
So how many people have you got in your community already? And are you doing a token, or is it literally just
No, we're not
Yeah.
going to implement a token into our.
Good.
There's no reason for it, to be honest with you, right now
Good.
in our ecosystem. A token. We have our. I mean, obviously we have our NFTs. Those are tokens, but we're not going to be dropping like a token in our ecosystem. Like are you talking like a meme token with utility? Is that what you're kind of talking about? Are you
Well,
talking?
yeah, I wondered if you were going to have a token in the
Yeah,
background, but no,
it
that's good.
doesn't make sense in our
Yeah,
ecosystem right now. So
like it. Like it. So with your NFTs then, so there's some interesting moose characters. I'm not
yes.
sure if everyone can see it down there, but if you go to the comments section, you'll see some awesome looking mooses.
Mm-hmm.
So what utility or what is the purpose of the NFTs themselves?
Yeah. So
Please do the moose noise again, please.
yeah.
Let me. There you go.
Heck yeah,
Got it.
you guys, you're on it, man. I love it so much. But we went with Moosey because Moosey definitely is an animal up here, Minnesota, Canada area, west, north of the states too. We have mooses, and so we went with Moosey, the character, fun, distinctive, mascot for. We thought would be a great mascot for our brand, easily brandable for clothing, collectible storytelling, which I think we're going to have a fun time on that. We've got a big vision for Moosey on that. Moosey represents access, identity, rewards. Obviously we have the coin reward starting January 1st. And then we're going to be doing discounts for holders that hold certain roles, like, 5%, 10%, 25% for roles. What we've done prior right now was, we do whitelists, we do collabs. We do NFT giveaways. We do XRP giveaways. We just did a holiday drop, to our community. Didn't even know about it, but we dropped XRP to our community just for a holiday drop. And so we have about 100 and some people in our Discord. We have about 87, I think, Moosey holders right now. Our vision is, like I said, we're not built on hype, we're built on long term, and so we want people in the community that see the long term vision and sustainability. So, so that's our vision. Moosey, we obviously is the main character, but we have, we want to do digital fun, like shorts with them, like collectibles. They're actually Moosey having its own, like clothing brand and that. So, with the TrekOutdoor clothing brand too. So doing kind of some separate fun things there. But that's just the beginning, guys. This is what we're doing. Like, I mean, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just like we have a long-term
of
vision to
course.
bring more utility to our Moosey holders. We're not here just to drop Corium rewards, which is great.
So, Trek, may I ask, why did you choose the noble beast that is the moose as your emblem?
Because it's a character at least I relate to. We go up north for our vacations up by Canada a lot, and we go up to the Gunflint Trail up north. We look for the first animal we look for is moose. So, and they only come out at certain times of the year. We're like, man, we love the character, the attitude of a moose. So, I mean, like, there's so much, they're fun to watch.
They've got a lot of character. They're very dangerous and unpredictable, but
Yes.
They're
they
pretty
are
big as
certainly
well, aren't
characters.
they?
Oh,
They're
they're
very big
huge.
mooses.
Yes. And Canada obviously has moose, but I mean, they're just a really unique character. And we're like, yeah, I mean, we haven't seen it before, right? Like, I haven't seen a moose. I've seen deer. I've seen they're in the same kind, same, animal, category, but they're just different, So, they don't run at pack. they're individuals, so they have their families, but they don't run in packs like deer and that kind of stuff. So it's fun to watch. They're definitely a different beast.
So, Laurie, if I want to find out more information about your project, you've
Yeah.
obviously got the website. Do you have any other sort of social handles? Are you on Telegram? Anything else?
We have Discord. So if you go into our link tree in on the Trek bio, there's a link tree. Discord is in there. We're going to be starting a TikTok soon. And then, obviously our X, Discord and X are pretty much our primary, but like I said, and we do have TrekOutdoor, our brand side on Instagram also. And I believe that's in the link tree too. So if you just go to the link tree, all our links are there to our NFT projects. Like our store, and I believe our store is down right now because we're dropping products. So we want to have everything together before we open it back up. We're dropping hoodies, more beanies, and other stuff's coming. So that'll be open soon. That's coming. So we did
Also,
we did drop it down so we didn't have to pay that fee every month until we had all the products ready to go.
thank you, Laurie. Dan, did you hear that? There's hoodies, there's t-shirts, there's beanies, there's all sorts of merch, Dan. Dan, put your hand down. You can answer. Open your mind.
Yeah, I'm writing it all down, mate. I'm writing it all down. No, you'll have to rub it in my face.
I mean, you guys are into the 3D stuff. We were going to get on the Root Network, and that didn't work out too well. So we had to pivot. But I mean, our moosies are made on Blender, guys. So we have rigged moosies where we want to gamify it. We want to do swappables, eventually when that stuff is built, we want to be able to do that. So we have so much more.
Wow.
App. We want to have an app that's linked.
But if you was to launch the 3D files on Fuzion on our NFT platform, you can actually sell them in any XRPL asset. So you can actually do cross-pollination with other communities.
Still retain your 3D capability.
Yeah. And we've I don't know, I can't remember if I brought up earlier, we're about to turn on AR, augmented reality capability. So any 3D files, literally hopefully it's on tomorrow. So any 3D files on there will be viewable. So any past, present and future of FBX GLB files will be viewable in augmented reality through people's mobile devices.
Very
so
cool.
That's
avatars, like avatars and that kind of stuff.
The whole lot.
If you can make a moose in the hoose, then it will be 3D. I promise you.
we have the moosey rigged already, guy. I mean, this is the thing. It's like we have that ready. We are trying to find platform. We're waiting for our platforms on the XRPL to really go. I'm definitely interested to talk to you guys more about that.
If you go on our page, because this week we've been quite heavy on our own NFT campaign, you'll be able to find a link and you'll be able to see how they look in 3D. Okay. So you just click on there and have a view and go, oh, this is okay. Yeah, and then you can actually test putting yours on now. Just go to create NFT and add the file and see it, and it will come up straight away.
Okay.
What did you threw me off track. I had a question, Laurie. Hang on, it's gone from me. That was it. So I've actually kind of got two questions. So it sounds like you're a bit of a outdoor kind of girl, obviously going down the Trek route. Yeah. Is that something historically you've had as a career, working outside?
No, it's just been my lifestyle. I mean, that's what we did up in Minnesota. It's all pretty much it's outdoors, everything. And we grew up in that, grew up on, a lake. We were lucky to do that. The winters, we do winter sports here because if you don't get outside, you'll go crazy. And then, Minnesota here is lake life. And so we went, fishing was big with our family. Hunting was big with our family. Sports outdoor, like snowmobiling and skiing, snowboard, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's the lifestyle that we grew up in, and so, we have an idea of what good quality outdoor clothing you need and what it is, cause we lived it and we know what's good and what's not. And so that's why it's just we want to build a great quality store, like brand with great quality, where we test it, we sample the clothing, and then we sell it to make sure that it's outdoor worthy, good quality. So,
Do you know, that actually leads on to my next question, because
go for it.
I am actually a bit of an outdoor guy. Most wouldn't know this, but I've been in the jungles of Asia, across the deserts of Africa, and in a few mountains here and there. So I've been cold, been in hot. So I use a lot of outdoor kit. I personally have quite a lot. I live outside, on occasions. What's your do you have like a warm jacket? So, similar to like maybe Rab or something like that. Do you have a Trek version?
No, that's coming. That'll probably come next year, since we're building our clothing line. So like a puffer jacket is kind of like big here, for winter. Ski jackets, cause we definitely do a lot of skiing, snowboarding here, in Minnesota. So those are going to be on the line. So, I mean, like I said, we're just building, we're going to be adding more and more products and that kind of stuff to our line. That'll probably come more next year. Puffer jacket is something and puffer vests are huge here too, where people just wear a hoodie and a puffer vest and it's warm enough, for the winter. So that's something that we want to add, obviously, to our line, and that'll probably come next year for winter. So
what about stuff like footwear, boots, and cooking utensils, gas and jetboard kind of like things?
Yep, socks, definitely. I know some of our community members have
you got to find a good
socks.
pair of socks.
Definitely. We are going to add some socks.
That's one of the most important bits.
Yep. And we're going to be looking at, like what we can bring for like footwear and that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit for like the boots and that kind of stuff to be added. But once we find something that's great quality, then, and it's something that we're in a place where we can develop that, then we'll get there. But yes, that's down the road. We want to be able to develop that kind of stuff. So, and expand our brand into that.
And you did mention previously you've done a lot of fishing. So is there going to be stuff like wetsuits, maybe snorkeling gear? Would you go as far as scuba gear?
That I don't have a whole lot of experience in scuba gear, but that's, like I said, we don't know where the brand is going, if it's going that far. But hey, you never know. I mean, like, scuba gear, I don't think so. I think, people are more probably more experienced. We're more, outdoor, kind of like
more
traditional, swimming,
more traditional,
hiking.
Yeah. I've actually found the greatest experience when it comes to scuba diving is,
I've heard this
holding your breath. That's the greatest experience I can pass on.
Would that be tokenized breath there, Wesley, or just regular breath?
Either way, it's bloody important.
It is. I don't know why you enjoyed so much holding it.
You guys are too funny, man. Tokenized air next, right?
Hey, hold on. I have a theory.
Oh, here we go.
We had a guest once. They were tokenizing animal. Was it animal shit? What was it, Pam?
Amongst other things.
No, they were tokenizing the methane from cow manure.
I was going to say.
There you go. Right, so
cow farts.
Yeah. So stranger things have happened at sea.
Hey, I could see farmers maybe getting into that later down. You never know. I mean, seriously, the town sometimes you have to drive through. We've got a lot of farms here, so in Minnesota too. So we definitely.
Do you know our remedy back in the day when we were younger, when we used to smell the methane exchange from cows' bottoms, it was told to us by our parents driving in the car, that's good for you, that, son. That's good for you. You breathe that in, that's really good for you.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't, but it shut us up.
It does. Yeah, that's for sure. I never thought it would be good. I never felt good after driving through the smelling the fertilizer. But hey, it has, people use it. So
You know, it's fun. It's funny that it brings me memories of, I used to work in Colorado for a couple of months. And it was, I worked in like a little migrant town, next to some farms.
Yeah.
And in the mornings, because they had a lot of cattle there. In the mornings, when all the cattle started to wake up and started to rustle and move around, you'd get this big old waft of air coming at you mixed with dust and powder because it was dry where I was at. And so you see this powder cloud coming at you, and with that stench of that cow manure, like it's been bottled up for a while. It's like, oh my goodness. It happened every single morning, and then it'll be there for like about 3 hours, then it'll disappear.
So I live in the cities. I live in the cities actually, in Minnesota, and every year you can tell after the farmers, field their, get all the crops and that filled it, and that they put manure down for next year's crops, right? So in the fall, it's coming, the smell of the cow manure and that kind of stuff, and we get a whiff of it in the cities. But it is what it is. We know it's coming. We're used to it. So. But you got to get ready for next year's crops. You know what I mean? So, yep.
You guys are killing me. Can we move along from
I
cow?
was,
Yeah,
you know what?
absolutely.
Come on. This is a fun show, man. It's a fun show.
Laurie, changing the subject completely.
Fuddy duddy.
I've just been to your website
Yeah.
and I've just seen the beanies. Awesome. They look really smart, really nice. I scrolled down to the bottom of the website and it's got the payment, ways you can pay,
Yeah.
Apple Pay and all your credit cards and that. Is there gonna be a chance for a Zaman wallet holder or whatever? For them to be able to pay directly out of their wallet as opposed to using those other rails?
That's what we want to add. We want to add that feature into the website. And so obviously we need to pay a developer. I'm not a developer. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Sure.
I'm not a developer. And that's something that we have to hire. But yes, we want to connect. It's like an API, like you have to connect. You can connect it where you can pay with crypto. Absolutely. That is something that we want to bring to the future.
That's lovely. I mean, I'm not a developer either. And that process of just paying straight out my Zaman wallet for these items would be the game changer for me. That would spring you into a different reality, really. I mean, that's what this is all about, I think, isn't it? Rather than using your conventional plastic credit cards and all that malarkey, the more we utilise these assets, that's what this is about. That's changing the game.
Yes, 100, and I think that would be it's going to be a huge game. And I'm trying to find platforms that are trying, like, they will build marketplaces where you can put your clothing line and it goes right to your app, and then you can, the Zaham's already on there where you can connect it and pay for the clothing itself. But if we need to develop it ourselves onto our website, we'll find a way to do it. We just have to pay a developer to do that. And obviously that's something that Lisa and I have talked about that we want to do. So, paying with the wallet and with crypto, because some people just want to pay with crypto, right? And so we want to be, that's why we're so early, guys. And so, that's something that's, we want to do and develop it into our website. Like I said, we got to find the developer and where our needs are right now financially. So,
DPMF Labs, is going through some, offering some design services. I think maybe, Daniel can verify that for me if that type of developing is going to be available from DPMF Labs or not.
Joe, I was actually just thinking because we were talking earlier about meeting the tailors. Was it nearly a year ago, and scanning in the gallery this week and stuff. Now, what you could do is rather, while not having a payment system in place, which I think is what you're kind of already doing, you could actually sell clothing as RWAs by scanning it, turning it to a file and putting it on chain that way. As long as you can contact the buyer, then they can just send you the address of where they want it. You could do it that way until you have it in place. And that kind of stuff's already That exists on the XRPL. Did you start on Corium? Or did you start
No,
on the
no, no.
XRPL?
That Corium is just a reward that
Okay.
we got the great idea from Digital Palms, which has been absolutely phenomenal helping us.
Yes.
So, it's just an added utility while we're building for our holders. And while our community, we wanted to give them some type of reward while we continue to build more utility for that NFT. So, yeah. So,
no, it makes sense. We spoke to Digital Palm before, and it was one of the first things he brought out. Immediately was running nodes and sharing the profits made.
And we're
From
seeking
Corium.
validate.
It's a good idea.
So, yes. Yeah.
If anyone in the audience has got a question for Laurie, if you'd like to put your hand up, we'll get you up, or write a comments in the comments box. Please share the space. Please go and look at our YouTube channel. Have a little listen to other episodes that we have done. Spec, it is Spec, I think that's right. Open up your mic, friend. Welcome to the space. Ask your question.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? I really don't have a question. As y'all know, I support a lot of different projects and definitely support the people that I know and trust in the space. And I think what y'all do, hosting these spaces and being an introductory point for so many people to the true builders, I think is awesome. So thank you for doing that. I think it is a testament to what y'all are doing and everybody that you've hosted to see the people that are in here, that continue to support the real projects. Everybody down there, and honestly, it's great to see, so many close friends. And then you even have the opposing from the Moose. You have the awesome Possum, who's also Canadian. But I think a possum is probably worldwide. I don't know. I see him around here, and I'm nowhere close to Canada. But look, I've known Lori now for as long as she's probably been on chain almost. Been involved in a lot of stuff. I think most everybody in here has known Lori a good while. Supporting so many projects, and I'm super proud to see her and her sister finally taking the leap and building what they've been talking about now forever. And I think it was a smart thing to do. You want to sit back, kind of learn the space before you enter real world assets into the crypto space. And building a clothing brand. I know she's being extremely cautious with having too many items that are listed for sale, because those products end up are being inventory that you don't want to have sitting dormant. But at the same time, the amount of stuff that they have done is kind of mind blowing. And you've given her the time and the platform to talk about it all, and she could probably talk another 30 minutes. But that's why I'm a big supporter of what they're building. I've also myself ordered some of those beanies that you were talking about. I've actually got 3 or 4 of them, and I'm not going to lie. They're not going cheap with this stuff. The price is extremely good for the quality material. So I look forward to seeing the rest of the stuff, and it's a great thing to have Trek up here. So I appreciate y'all's time and effort into it, and I appreciate everybody that's in the audience. G and Uber and RJ Kell and Breadhead and just everybody. So, I really do appreciate it.
Spec, thank you very much for your nice words. It's lovely to get people up and just give their opinions. It's lovely. It's really good. Royco, you've got your mic and your hand open. So would you like to open up your mic and say some words?
Good evening, all. Probably I'm new for you guys, but not really for Spec and G and Breadhead, but I do myself some Blender stuff. And just a question to Trek. What was your process of the Moosey to make it? Where did you start, and And I was wondering, what kind of video card are you using to render, or
So
in general?
Oak, from ASM, Anti-Social Media, which is a wonderful, awesome, project here also. On the
Hmm.
XRPL created Moosey on Blender. So I was hoping he would be here, to be honest with you. I know he had popped in for a
Hmm.
sec, but I think he had to go. So he would probably be the right person to ask. He's got the files for the whole
Ah,
production. So he created Moosey. He created ASM, their NFTs on Blender, but we were lucky and blessed to have him create the Moosey collection on Blender for us. So he's got the files. So he would I was hoping he would be here, but, we'll have another space where he, will be able to answer more of those questions for you, Royko. Because I think, there's a huge process that goes into, creating them.
Oh, do you have spaces as well? Do you have your own spaces,
No,
Lucy?
on my space, I'm with Spec on his spaces. So usually I'm there, but Oak and I have talked about doing some spaces, together, for what's coming up for 2026. We've got some kind of fun stuff coming. So we kind of talked about getting on some spaces too. And I'm talking more about the art and Blender and what we're going to do with that side of it. So
Definitely need a moose first, though, don't you?
yes. And we'll let you guys too when we do have the spaces. So, and we'll definitely invite you guys up. So,
but I got one Moosey. So,
yes, thank you, Roy. We appreciate the support so much. And like I said, we're here to build. We're long. The thing is, I know, people get excited to mint out real quick, and we would love that. But at the same time, we're just going to build, keep on building, and we're here for the long run, so, more and more people will see us, and, I think, believe in what we're building, and we're transparent. You can ask us anything. I've been here for a long time. People know me, where to find me. Come join the Discord. We're going to be adding Trek Points, a bot to where it's going to be more engaging for our community and that kind of stuff. And you're going to be able to get some cool stuff with that. And that's coming.
So, sorry, what is the total supply of mooses that you are minting?
We have, 619, I think. And I think we have 5,555. We do have a huge giveaway at 50%. We're giving away 1,000 XRP with, I think, 50 NFTs, if not more. And then at mint out, the top 25, which I was going to talk to Oak to see if we could do top 50, is we're creating another, Moosey NFT on Blender, for those top 55s that they'll be able to mint for free. So that's kind of a cool thing to have. But yeah, we're about 619, with 87 holders. So, like I said, we're growing. We're here to stay. So, we're not built on hype. We're built on transparency and quality. And, obviously we want to get out our word and hype up some cool things that are coming. But, soon people, I think, will start to really see what we're building and doing. And we just really want people that love the outdoors, adventures, and just the cool vibes and that kind of stuff. And know, that they're going to get something out of their NFTs, with what we're building. So
So Royko, thank you very much for your question. I see from your bio that you're actually developing your own sort of project. If you wanted to contact Live Free to my right here, message him, or perhaps we do your own space another time and get you on.
Actually, what you need to look for DPMF Live host. I don't have my Live Free avatar up, so just message DPMF Live, the host.
Okay, DPMF.
Also, Live Free. Sorry, Palace. When you say you're right, is that your right, or as I'm looking at the screen?
That's the weirdest.
He's had a Wes moment.
That is a Wes moment. If you look at DPMF Live, Royco. That's all you need to just directly message DPMF Live. Now I see G has got his mic open. Would you like to ask your question, G?
Oh man, hey, thank you fellas. Glad to speak with you guys again. I don't have a question. I just want to give Trek and Lori and the team, the community, their flowers. It's a great community. When they launched, I'll happily say I embraced my inner moose and I was able to touch some grass. I know that's a joke. I touch grass all the time, but now shout out to Lori and Trek and what they're building. And I love me some moosey.
Thanks, G and Spec and Royco and everyone that's in here. Gork, you Uber, RJ Kel, Breadhead, everyone that's in here. I appreciate you in here supporting. So that means a lot.
Nice words. I like it. I like it a lot. You've obviously got a nice little group around you, Rory.
Man, you don't even, seriously, I've been here for a while and I surround myself with people that I trust and that are building that I know will never rob, are here to really support each other. And I have found such amazing people and a lot of them are in here. So I can tell you that much.
Magic Mike, you got your mic. Go for it.
I was just going to say, it's fantastic what you're doing, Laurie. Great. I was just going to say, do you do... Oh gosh, I couldn't even get my bloody words out there. Sorry. Do you do merch for other projects, or is it just Trek as a brand?
Right now we're just doing, we're getting out because we actually invested into an industrial embroidery machine. So, we are embroidering our own, our own clothing. So we had more, free, when it comes to style and that kind of stuff, to be able to do our own stuff. So the idea is possibly working and doing collabs with other projects for embroidery if they want some kind of fun, embroidery for their projects, to do a collab with them. So that's something that we're going to do. Probably not until 2026. We've got a lot of stuff to do with on our product side first. So, but yes, that's something that we've thought about doing. So absolutely.
Are there any sort of teaser products that you can tell us about, or that are coming up soon?
Well, we give sneak peeks in our Discord. So if, we have a sneak peek section in our Discord that we give to our holders. So, we've got, our bordered, beanies and hoodies. And then we got a different, beanie that's coming that's different, made, different, than embroidered. So and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool hat. We're waiting on that delivery. So, once that comes, we should be close to launching back. So, those are the main things that we're launching this winter, and then we'll focus on the summer stuff. So
fantastic. There's one more thing I wanted to say, because you were saying you were going to gamify. Did you say you were going to gamify Moosey?
we want to when we find, like I said, we were going to plan on doing root, but that, looks like it's not going to do. So we have to pivot. So we definitely do. And so we're trying to wait until the technology is there to do it. Right. And so definitely would love to talk to you guys about, the Moosey and that, with you guys. Yes, absolutely. We would love.
What was you think? So gamify wise, doing a game, what was you thinking? Was it like Moosey with a gun, or outdoor hunting, or
just like,
Feed the moose?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, we want to do so we want to get into swappables, but that stuff's not here yet.
So,
and so.
Are you into moose rehabilitation, or are you into looking after mooses, or are you into?
Not so much. We're not into. That's something that actually
conservation. That's what I mean.
No, we don't. Lisa and we don't have time for that. There's a lot of conservation here in Minnesota, though. But that's
too many bloody moose as well.
What's that?
There's too many bloody moose. There is a very high population of moose.
I would say there's probably more deer. That's probably why they can hunt deer. I don't know. Maybe in Alaska they can hunt moosey. I believe they can hunt moose in Alaska. So for food, but not in
Can,
Minnesota. Bear and deer here. We have plenty of bear and deer here, so that they can count that.
Laurie, can you confirm how big a moose actually is? Because I've seen some
And they get so
pictures,
big.
and I don't know whether it's AI or what, but I've seen some moose that
Oh,
look
they are big.
like bigger than a
They are
car.
big.
They get huge. I mean, like, man, I think 15. Man, I'll have to see what the biggest moosey is, but I mean, they're 3 times the size of deer. If not bigger. I mean, like, have you guys ever seen an albino moosey, all white? They're
I haven't even seen a moose.
Just you know,
I've seen
for
I've seen an angry badger once. I saw an angry badger once.
Well,
okay.
you don't want to mess with the moose. Like, I mean, like, we've seen them, but you just keep your distance because they are aggressive. So
They can be like 1,500 to 2,000 pounds.
yes, they're big.
Wow.
They're
Yeah,
huge.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know what?
They're,
Actually, what Wes just said there about a badger as well, because I've never actually seen a badger. The only badger I've seen is on the side of a road. The poor thing must have got hit by a car or something.
that
But
happens.
it was at the side of the road, and I was driving past, and I thought, "Oh my god, that's a badger!" And it was
Yep.
massive.
Yeah, we got those here too.
You got
When did you drive past it, Mike? It might have been just before I drove past it.
It could. I actually feel that maybe you were the one that was the reason
This
why it was probably there at the side of the road, Wes.
this is a mute warning, right? Can we move along from cow shit, badgers, and mooses and get back to track?
Oh, come on, fuddy-duddy, man. Jeez.
Man,
Wait,
this is all about the
I
outdoors.
want to tell Mike this, right? Because
Go on.
badgers are underrated. If you've ever heard of a honey badger, that thing will take on a lion.
Oh yes.
Right?
Oh
A honey
man, they're
badger.
crazy honey badgers.
Ooh, yeah, they're
Right.
big.
I
Anyway,
verify this.
Laurie, should we have our own conversation? I think it's going to be a bit more interesting. Laurie, I was going to ask you. I've got 2 more questions for you. Do you actually have a real life store, sort of operating, or is it just on Web3?
It's on Web3. I mean, like, we have so much. There's no way we would be able to handle like a store, like just a real where people can walk in and that kind of stuff. We're just too small for that right now. I think we're just aiming to stay online and try to build the Web3 side where people can pay for it with crypto and that's where we want to go. I mean, maybe down the road, but that's next level, and that could be, we might just get a store here in Minnesota, sell Minnesota truck products, and that could be a start, but that's, it's not something in our mind right now, but if we develop and get where we want to go, the levels we want to go, it's definitely a possibility, but we don't know.
One question, Laurie, I just had one question was literally what you were just speaking about now. I was gonna say, where would you see yourself this time next year? Where would you like to be this time next year? Where would you see Trek?
Definitely more products in our line, product line. Developing more of the Moosey side. Obviously develop more like community, because we want to build community first. Community is like the solid foundation for our brand, and so bringing more stuff for the community in 2026 is a big thing for us. We want to get the community more involved, so I think that's where the Trek points and other stuff is going to come in play too. So that's developing the Moosey character. We'll see where the tech is. And so, sometimes, we have to pivot. If we like it here, we'll go. You know what I mean? That's why we have to stay fluid with our ecosystem, because tech changes so much, right?
And forgive me, Laurie, I'm not sure if you've already said this or not, but what were you doing work-wise before you started Trek? I mean, I don't think I've prized that out of you yet.
So
What's your background?
I worked in the psychology field. I was a caseworker, worked with mental health for a while. I have my BA in psych, and then I do have associates in IT. I haven't used it in a while. And then actually my last and I do a little bit of consulting here and there. Performance mental strength training was the last where I work with athletes, mainly boxers. for strengthen mental strength training is huge. Most people don't understand that mind and body is connected when it comes to performance. So I was a mental strength trainer for
So I get
athletes.
I get the link now, because one of the best things, and I'm sure you'll probably agree, for your mental health is to being outside and being active and being
Absolutely reset.
in nature.
Yes. Hey, I see
As
Oak down there. Hey, can you invite Oak up real quick?
oak, where's the oak? Got it.
Yes. And so, yeah, that's, the mental health side is like, that's another thing with Trek is like that getting off your phone and reset, so that's why that was another huge thing why we love the outdoors, is because you get off your phone and you reset and you just get in nature and you get into a different mindset.
So there you go. I mean, this panel are known for their grilling, and tonight you've been grilled on badgers, cow shit, mooses,
Yep.
We are
I feel
very
like
thorough guys.
we are very far. We leave no stone
We
unturned.
leave no turd
Yeah.
unturned.
No, we flip no pancake. Yeah. Dan, put your hand down, mate. Say your question.
I wanted to say, Laurie, I really like the branding of Trek, the logo you have. I think it's a really, really great logo, and I can see it really working, with outdoor wear, 100%. It looks really good, and I like the mooses that you have as well.
I appreciate.
I wanted to ask, so with the journey so far, with all you've been through, obviously there are challenges.
Mhm.
Through everything you've done so far, what's been the greatest challenge that you've come across?
Time.
Coming on tonight's show.
And I think, I think the development side, finding developers, I think is the big thing. And then sometimes we get flooded with the crypto space, with a lot of hype projects and new projects that come in and then are here for a short time. And then we kind of get flooded and it's hard to kind of get over that a little bit. So that's why we're trying to develop the community to help us kind of be able to be support, and they are really support the community that we have, but to be able to market it better, you know what I mean? And so there's a lot of things that we want to definitely do better. So we're working on ideas to do that and bring that for 2026. So.
I can completely relate with you with time. When I've been asked before, when I've done interviews and that, and I know the panel here would agree, when people say, what's your greatest challenge? And time is its own challenge. To be able to manage time efficiently is a struggle. And it does get worse when you go into the development side and you actually start building in them intricate parts. Time again expands as an enemy, and you'll feel it even more. And it's just about managing it. But yeah, I 100% agree with relating to time. I couldn't agree more.
Do you know, it reminds me of one of the greatest quotes regarding time that I have ever come across in my life, and it's from the film Star Trek Generations. It was the 7th film in the Star Trek series. Hold on, I'm not bullshitting you.
It's going to be a good.
I like Star Trek.
Hey, I make a right. Okay,
right. It's going to be a good one, right? I have faith in you, Wes. This is going to be a good.
Thank you. So you had Captain Picard.
You know what? Before you continue, just in case it's not a good one, Laurie is a mental health specialist. Please. All right, so there we go.
Laurie, forget all the noise now. Let us not get sidetracked. I have the railroad paved in stone here. Okay, so the greatest quote I've ever heard regarding time was from a Star Trek film, and it was Star Trek Generations, and it was Captain Picard, and it was regarding Dr. Soren, he was evading time. He was trying to command the Nexus with blowing up star systems to create gravitational pulls upon it, because he thought time was a predator that stalked us and we had to race against it to achieve anything. But Captain Picard thought, no, time is like a companion that steadies us on our course and reminds us that we need to take every opportunity and everything nothing for granted as well. That was just my little input there. Thank you very much.
I love it. I love it. That's the movie that Captain Kirk died in.
That's the one that, yes, they did not do him justice, Laurie, but
No,
we get what we are given.
I know. It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's that actually sounded quite intelligent? I thought you were going to say something like "Life's like a box of chocolates" or something like that.
That's for the next episode, so tune in.
You do surprise us sometimes, Wes.
That's so true, man. I mean, like, time is priceless, man, and it's just like trying to, multitask and what's priority and that kind of stuff. So, but I don't know. Do you guys? Can you? I don't know how much time we have left. If you can invite the Oak up at all, I don't know if maybe he's just not requesting. He doesn't have time, but
I've sent an invite to Oak about 3 times. I'm not sure.
Maybe he's just in the middle of doing some
We
stuff.
do have.
I think he's hiding underneath the bag. I don't think he wants to come out to talk.
That's okay. No
We do have
worries.
someone with a hand up in the audience. So, Denari, if you want to put your hand up, open your mic, my friend.
Yes, my friends. How are you, Danny? And how is everybody? Hope everybody's well.
Good. How you
Great.
doing?
Thank
Good
you.
to see you, bud.
Yeah, good to see you as well, bro. Thank you for the advice the other day as well. It worked out really well, man. Thank you very much for that, pal. Yeah, so
You're
Trek,
welcome.
you've got a fantastic NFT collection. I hope you've got it on Fuzion. I've got quite multiple collections on Fuzion. It's a really cool site. And I just wanted to ask, basically, I've done expedition to Malaysia and I've done loads of trekking and stuff. I've done the three peaks in UK. I've done the highest mountain in Southeast Asia, Mount Kinabalu. I love trekking, so it really is something down my road. And I went onto your website, and basically, I think you're using a Shopify website at the moment. But there is, new technology out now with which you can actually start integrating Web3 wallets into a website with AI integration. There's Google AI Studio. You can start, you also brought up a point about devs. You're looking for devs and stuff like that. Now you can become the dev. The barrier to building on Web3 has been removed altogether now. And since 2 weeks, something called Anti-Gravity by Google has been released. And it's an AI agent that helps you build apps and websites backend. And you can integrate Firebase, which is also Google's databasing system, and cloud service that can help you, log data from your users and stuff like that. You can have all sorts of categories in there. You can have, and to get your head around it is not that hard, to tell you the truth, because it teaches you step by step. So you might want to scrap that Shopify altogether and use something like Netlify to deploy free hosting with a personalized domain. Or if you want to have your own domain, you can always deploy to that as well. But if you're interested in some free videos in regards to how to build with Google AI Studio, which is free as well, and Google Anti-Gravity, which is the new AI agent that has been released by Google, and how to integrate databases into it, and maybe have a marketplace where you can actually purchase your NFTs and your merch all on one page. You can have PayPal integration in there through Anti-Gravity as well. So I suggest just having a look at what Anti-Gravity can do, and if you need any tips, we're always here.
Yeah, would you mind DMing me those apps, and then we can look into them, because Shopify is just actually it's just a short-term stuff a thing for us. We're just it's just an app we're using right now. Like I said, we want to develop our own website, and like I said, we wanted to be able to connect with different payments and crypto and that kind of stuff. So that's something that we want to develop. So I would love I did follow you back. If you could just DM me those, and then I could take a look, because Shopify is just short term for us. It's just right now just to get our products out until we can develop a real website where people can buy with crypto and connect their wallets and that kind of stuff. So I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
So there you go. There you go. Denari, thank you very much for those useful tips. This is what it's all about. I mean, not all of us have the information, but together we can move forward. It's that's a deep thought, isn't it?
I think Spec had raised his hand. I don't know if he's still interested in saying something or no.
I did. I mean, it was just kind of crossed my mind when when Denari was speaking. I think that's incredible. Sharing that information. Things are moving at the speed of light now, and the way we can take ownership of our own stuff by using some of that AI, I can truly appreciate people offering up that advice. Cause I think it's important to note, we tend to put ourselves in these silos in crypto where you build the community, you have an NFT, and then we're going to build potential promises out of that, right? Like Bored Ape, they started, then they became big, and then there might have been sweatshirts and hats. Trek is doing something that is a percentage of it is on XRPL, and the business itself with merchandise is kind of both. It's mixed, but it's going to go real world, whether it's marketing through shop marketplaces or wherever else out into the public. And that's where that business is built. And we don't see a lot of that, being done, on the XRPL. There's very, very little of it. So I think that's exciting to see as well. And the NFT holders, we're just part of building that piece up and taking some ownership of it at the beginning. I do wish Gore could come up, cause I appreciate his skill in artwork. And I also I'd had my hand up before too. I wanted to shout out G, Royco, Breadhead, Gore. You got the people in here that were just nominated, if not won, in some of the art categories that were held. So I want to say congratulations to that. And Oak was one of those people as well. So congratulations to all of y'all on that.
It's really useful to be partnerships with people, isn't it? Partnered with people. Like, are you partnered with Denari as well? Because it seems like a logical partnership to push for each other.
I'm not, but I'm definitely, like I said, we are always looking for partnerships, for collaborations, for people to, that want, like whatever we could do to help on their side, whatever, knowledge that people can give us. We're always open. You know what I mean? Like, we're so open to people coming in, and if they have ideas that's gonna, help with, our ecosystem, and we can help people. I mean, like, we want to be the same thing. We want to spread those flowers too. So, on the clothing side, or, starting a store, or, that kind of stuff, if we can help with that stuff. I mean, like, that's what I love about this community is, like, that's what I found is people so willing to help and say, hey, we have an issue with this. And then people will be like, hey, have you looked at this? Have you looked at this? And that's why I love this community so much, you guys. That's why we're building here. So I appreciate it.
So Laurie, what we do, whenever we get a project on the show, we ask them to think of a question that we can put to the next project that comes on. So I'd like you to take a couple of minutes to think of a question that you would like to put to the next project. It could be crypto related, it could be business related, it could be whatever you want, really, to be fair. I'm not sure if you already have a question, but while you're thinking of that question, Wesley has got a question to ask you from the last project.
Right. Yeah, I'm just going through the paper now. Yeah.
The fact is, the recording space,
I thought that was someone clapping.
No, that's the paper. That's the paper, Mike. Bloody hell.
Wes,
it is in the message.
Have you not got notes on your laptop? I literally sent you a laptop.
Yes, it doesn't matter. Don't judge me. Yes, I have all these things, but I don't use them the same way normal people do. I like old-fashioned ways.
He uses them as a doorstop.
Laurie, by the time you actually get where you actually the question, you'll have thought of 4 questions.
Laurie, I have it now. And the question is from the last project that we had, which, yes, I can't remember actually, but the last project we had, and they said, why did you choose the XRPL over any other project? Why did you choose that over any other blockchain? What are the benefits of the XRPL?
Fast, sustainable, cheap, obviously the transactions, but the community, the people here. That's why I chose it, because of the people willing to just genuine people willing to help and build. And I mean, like, listen, I've done my research on XRP and Ripple. I know where they're going. I know that people are going to come here. And so that's why I decided to build here too, because I know where it's going. And, we're putting ourselves in a position, so when it does come, we're ready and prepared. So, but obviously the number one thing is community and the people the relationship.
Absolutely, Laurie. Absolutely. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. The community here is pretty good. It's pretty fierce. Have you thought of a question that we can put to the next project?
To me, it's just, I guess for the new people that are coming on to the XRPL, where do you begin? Where do you get to know the community? So others can help, it's, where do you send them? You know what I mean? Like, to be able to get to know people here, to start building and that kind of stuff. I guess that's something that's for the new people that are coming on. Cause I know it's people new, more and more people are coming. So kind of just directing, the new people, where do we direct them? So.
Did you write that all down, Wes? Did you manage that?
Yes, I am actively doing it now. So where do you begin? And where do you get to know the community to help them? Where do you start building? Mainly for the new people who come into the space.
Like it. Who was the last
Yeah.
project, Live Free? Who was the last project we had on? Was it ATM?
No, it wasn't ATM. Man, you're gonna make me research.
Ah. Well, look, Laurie, it's been fantastic listening to your story. I love your brand. I think it's really professional and it looks slick, and I think you'll go far. I love the fact that you're interacting it with crypto. That is always going to be good. So don't give up. Keep working hard. And I'm sure everyone here at DPMF Live will be able to help you if you ever need anything.
Absolutely.
And once you get the ability to link your crypto wallet to that website, I will buy one of those beanies.
Okay.
But I want to use my wallet.
Okay. I'll hold you to that. So absolutely. Absolutely. So that's something that we're looking 2026. So.
Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's space. I'm just conscious that we've now stolen 1 hour and 30 minutes
Oh,
of your life. And I hope it wasn't too painful for you and that you've
no. You
enjoyed this
so
experience.
I loved it. Thank you. You've made me feel so welcomed, and I appreciate it so much for giving me the time to come up here and just talk about Trek. I appreciate it so much.
Awesome. And everyone here at DPMF Live always loves a little holiday, especially a trekking holiday in Minnesota. That sounds like a good idea. We can go and see some mooses, some badger shit and cow shit. We love all of that. We'd love to be there at some point in our lives. Hey, Dan.
You bugger.
So, Live Free, do you want to wrap her up?
All right, Laurie, we have reached the poetry segment of our show where one of our members, NXSCV, has written a poem dedicated to Trek Outdoor. I have gotten the help of a special angel, a poetry angel, to help me with this section of it. This is a Trek of Innovation, poetic lyrics by N.S.
An eternal hike of hearts forever untamable. Conquering summits of tomorrow we are able to see the adventures of life in an endless way, to feel nature's melody within an eternal play, to see Mosey dwell on the chain of eternity, to peek upon the peak of a mountain's serenity, to truly open the door that leads our spirits outdoor, to see mountainous waves and leaves of verdant color. weaving fabrics of change to craft the clothes of tomorrow, pioneering ways unseen, climbing mountains beyond fields of sorrow, to trek worlds beyond the chains of an endlessly monotonous day. To walk beyond walls dim and blue is to see the tears flee away. A trek of innovation by NXSCV.
Oh my God, I
Wow.
love that. Oh, I love that so
Live
much.
free, live free. Your voice is really.
You've
Oh, man,
changed, Live Free.
she was very expensive, guys. She was very expensive, believe me. All right, this show was sponsored. I'm sorry, Laura, did you have something else to say?
No, that was awesome. I appreciate it so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. We're very glad that you were able to join us this Sunday evening. This show was sponsored by Fuzion-XIO.com, a premier permissionless NFT platform where you can mint and sell your NFTs in any of the over 61,451 issued coins on the XRPL. Fuzion-XIO now has the capability to see and manipulate 3D dynamic NFTs and is now offering permissionless minting of your awesome 3D dynamic NFTs with the all-new currency minting on the XRPL. Next on the development plate is the viewing of your 3D NFTs, that's the GLB and the FBX files in augmented reality, which according to Daniel is going to be hopefully in the next day or two. And soon you will have the ability to get the future YEM Part 1 and 2 rewards. The current YEM Infinity reward went out today, so check your wallets. Remember, to be able to unlock the yield earning mechanism, you will need to own at least one XIO. And the amount of YEM Infinity reward depends on the amount of XDX you own. Currently, there are 278 holders that have at least one XIO and are eligible to receive the YEM. The current price of one XIO is $71.18. Thank you for joining us today and learning about Moosey and TrekOutdoor. If you have any questions, please reach out to us and, please reach out to them on their X and or their Discord. And please follow all the speakers here. Please don't take anything we say as financial advice. Do your own research. With that said, we bid you farewell and hope you join us again next week for another deep dive into the blockchain world. This show is recorded, so if you missed a part of it, you can go back and listen to the show. Please share the show. Guys, have a beautiful day. And one final goodbye. Here we go.
Goodbye, Daniel. Goodbye, Palace. Goodbye, Wesley. Goodbye, Mike. And a very special goodbye.
This makes me feel uncomfortable.
Kiss, kiss. Ciao.
Kiss, kiss.
Wow. What the hell have you done?
Wow.
Oh,
Trek, Laurie,
wow.
Don't be
absolute
jelly,
pleasure
guys. Don't
having
be
you
jelly.
on,
She
and
gave
great to
me the
listen to your
special
story.
goodbye, not y'all. Remember that. Bye.
Guys, I appreciate it so much.